What's up, YouTube? Kevin here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my real name, Kevin. I'll explain later on where the deacon came from. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. But if you've been watching my videos or you know me personally, what I'm about to talk about might be kind of a surprise for some people, but not for most. Now, I usually don't put in my 2 cents in other people's relationships because you know that all relationships are different, except for the foundational things that I talked about in another video, which you can find a link for in the description below. That everyone's relationship, everyone's experience is different and they do certain things differently. However, I thought that this one would be important to share with you guys. Whether you're taking the relationship to the next level, like you really getting serious, like it's not beyond just dating. It's like, you know what, we're going to be serious about this to move potentially to something greater, or you've already made that decision, you're engaged and you're about to get married. This is one piece of information that I think that will be very beneficial for you in your relationship going forward. All right, now listen to me and listen to me very carefully. Even rewind this if you have to. If there is anything in your past that will not affect your relationship in any present or future way, bury it in the grave, keep it in the past. Don't ever bring it up. Don't say anything. Don't provide that information, especially if you know it will not cause any harm or detriment to your relationship. Keep your mouth closed. You ever see in the movies where a couple is about to get married and the marriage counselor tell one of the individuals, and it's usually the male, tell all about your ex relationships, your ex girlfriends, or your, escapades? If that information isn't important for our marriage or our relationship moving forward, I ain't talking about none of that stuff. You don't need to know some of that stuff, just like I don't need to know some of those things she's talking about. I can honestly say me and my wife, we've had this conversation where we said, you know what, there are some things that we both did in our past that we're both taking to the grave that we will never share with one another because it won't affect our relationships in either way. This is one of those information that it's between me and God. And guess what? It's going to stay that way. Because she don't need to know everything, just like I don't need to know everything. As far as our marriage is concerned, I don't need to know things like who was the best guy that she ever kissed. Now, I know for a fact I'm probably not the best guy she ever kissed. But since it doesn't affect our relationship, it doesn't matter. And ladies, as long as you know that your man is dedicated to you and only you, you don't need to know how many partners he had, especially if he's one of those guys that he's had so many women, he don't even remember their names, he only knows about situations. It's best that you just don't know, as long as he's only focused on you. That's all that matters. However, there are some important things about your past that should be discussed, like family history. Is there any history of any mental illness or any crazy family members I need to be looking out for? Of course, if you have children, any current STDs that you may have. I think if you have herpes or chlamydia, that's very important information that you should be sharing. Any old flames that you may not have gotten over, now that is important to talk about. You shouldn't get in a serious relationship if you know you have old hang-ups or old things going on in your past. So that is something important you should share. But aside from that, YouTube, keep it in the past. Only with things that you feel that are very important for your relationship moving forward. Those are the things you should share. But those things that are irrelevant, some embarrassing moments you may have had or things you may have done that you wish you hadn't done, leave that in the past. And then also never, ever, ever, ever bring it up. No matter how angry you get, never bring it up. If you get mad at your significant other and you come out your mouth and say something like, well, that's why so-and-so was a better kisser anyway, then you deserve everything that you get and you got coming to you, because that was just dumb. That's it, YouTube. As usual, hopefully this little tidbit of advice will be useful for you. If you have anything else to add to it, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, be wise. And until I see you guys next time, peace.